Hello everyone, Feeders A42 back again, finally, with the Sherlock Holmes deck review. I know you've been waiting for it. Apologize about the delays. It's going to be 4 reviews in one. So let's start it off with the main deck, the Sherlock Holmes deck. It says, the Sherlock Holmes playing card deck on the front by Jackson Robinson, and you see the clock tower from England. There is embossing, there is foil in gold on Holmes and on playing cards. It's pretty cool. There's some leaves as well. Leafy things. It says Sherlock Holmes playing card deck on the one side. Same on the other with more gold foil. At the top it says Sherlock Holmes underneath the seal, and then the bottom has King's Wild information, and it says it was designed, produced and is distributed by King's Wild Project, designed by Jackson Robinson, and it's got the Sherlock Holmes seal of approval from the Arthur Doyle Estate. Sorry, Conan Doyle Estate. I don't know where I got Arthur from. My apologies. And in the back, you see the back design, which is interesting. And then you got a seal that says 221B, which is his address. And it says Baker Street Edition, 45 out of 2800. That's a damn good number. It's a very low number. And I had one that's even lower. I think it's the 20s or 30s. The other one. Then you got Sherlock Holmes silhouette surrounded by gold foil on the seal. And you got here you got a couple of magnifying glasses which reveals a 7 and a club. So that's pretty cool. The inside of the box is plaid. Pretty interesting. And you can actually see the embossings if you look at the inside of the box. And there is embossing on the back as well, the sides, everywhere basically. Crap. I did not prepare these decks. Alright, I'm back. Now, before I get on, I should say that if you think this plaid is something, wait till you see the other decks. So, in this one, you do get this card. It says 221B on top, the address, and it tells you who each court card is. You also get a double backer. Here's your back design. There's pipes on there. One of them is smoky and one's not. It says Rasse or something like that in the corner. Must be somebody from the books. There is a violin with 221B on it. There is a pistol. All sorts of stuff going on. There is an old style needle. All sorts of cool stuff. Although it is a little bit of a weird back design, but it's still cool. Jokers, you get this one. It says Joker on top. It's got magnifying glasses in each corner. And it says a drunken looking groom on the bottom. Guess that's who it is. And then the other one is a female. It's got red magnifying glasses. It says Joker again. And it says a simple-minded clergyman on the bottom. I guess that's a man, not a woman. My apologies. Ace of Spades. Beautiful, elegant, classic style, I guess. It looks like it says Sherlock Holmes on top, and it says King's Wild playing cards down here. And you see Sherlock Holmes smoking his pipe. It looks like he's looking at himself in a mirror. That's what it looks like to me. Court cards, beautifully done. This one says Lestrade. That's Lestrade. This one is Roylott, Milverton, Moran, Watson, the woman, okay, Grace's lady, which is actually Queen Victoria, Morstan, Hudson, Mycroft, Moriarty, who's committing suicide, and Holmes. Save the best for last. Your pips, the clubs are very interesting. I like them. There's your diamonds. You'll see some of them have Sherlock Holmes silhouette with a pipe on them. I'm not sure why there's such a big empty space in the middle, nor why the pips are so close to the edge. But he definitely made use of space. Again, this one has a silhouette in it. This one does not. And you can see there's another heart in the opposite corners, another pip in the opposite corners from the index with a line. It looks like whatever, it's just a line. So that's pretty interesting. Actually, looks like a spear in that one. Of course, bicycle stock. Actually, probably an aristocrat stock. I'm not 100% sure, unfortunately. I apologize. It's got to be aristocrat stock. It's way too thin. It bends very easy, so it's aristocrat stock. I can tell by feeling. And a Erickson finish, because apparently magic finish does not exist anymore. Or it's the same thing, always has been, whatever. They handle beautifully, they look beautiful. If you don't have them, what the hell is wrong with you? I have never even read Sherlock Holmes or really seen any movies or shows, and I got them. So, if you're a fan of playing cards, even if you don't know anything about Sherlock Holmes, go buy them. Unfortunately, they're more expensive, but whatever. There is actually another version of this that comes in a white box, but it was like 25 bucks or 30 bucks or whatever it was right off the hop, so I decided no thank you. If they had made the mat design different, I would have jumped all over it, but since it was just a different box for that price, I passed. And the box was white with gold, and basically it had violins on the back design instead of the actual back design. Let's go on to this one. This is the Hound of the Baskerville deck. And it's got a Hound of the Baskerville logo on the front. It's got tons of embossing. You see all of this detail. It looks like leaves or foliage. That is embossed. It says Hound of the Baskervilles on one side. More embossing and nice red foil. Blood red foil. The other side, same thing, of course. The top, nothing really. There is embossing though. And then the bottom, there you get the Kingswell information. I'm not even going to look at it again because it's the same thing. The back, this is not the back design. It's similar but not quite. And again, tons of embossing. And you see the Hound. And then you get a red seal, the HB logo, and it's 714 out of 2050, I believe it is. And it says Hound Edition. On the flap, you get the Hound again. I almost feel like howling. Ow! And then again here on the flaps as well. Check this out. On the inside of the flap, HB8, Hound of the Baskervilles. Now check out the inside. Red foil. And HB8 again here on the inside. And there's also a silhouette of Holmes on the other side. I don't know if you can tell. Not to mention that's also here on the side of the flaps. This is almost a reversible card box. You can take it apart, put it back together the other way, and it still works. It's pretty freaking awesome. And you can see all the embossing on here. Just out of this world. You do get an ad card with this one instead of a card telling who everyone is. And it says, this deck of playing cards was designed by Jackson Robinson. Actually, it says this deck of playing cards was designed by Jackson Robinson and produced and distributed by King's Wild Project. So, slight grammatical error there. It should have been designed, not designed. But whatever. And then it's signed by Jackson, and it's got the logo for King's Wild and that king with a gas mask, which is part of the logo. And on the other side, my apologies, it does tell you who everyone is. And there is a Hound of the Baskervilles logo. Here's your back design. You do get a double backer. Very nice. Again, it looks like leaves in fall colors, and you got the Hound of the Baskerville. Pretty awesome. I do like that one. The Ace of Spades. Let's look at the Jokers first. They just got the Hound of the Baskervilles logo. It says Joker on the bottom. and the Hound of the Baskervilles on top, and magnifying glasses in each corner. This one is kind of black and gray. This one has some red and orangey colors, but the same thing. The Ace of Spades now, very elegant, big and beautiful and bold. Says the Hound of the Baskervilles on top, and again King's Wall playing cards down here, and you got the HB logo on there. Court cards, you get the Gracious Lady, Roylott. You'll see it's more or less the same as the other one. Hudson, Moran, Lestrade, The Woman, Moriarty, Morstan, so I'm getting confused here. Mycroft, a lot of people with M. Holmes, Watson, and Milverton. This one, the pips are a little bit more, well, they don't got the crazy spacing from last time. They're more normal. And you can see they have a half solid, half striped effect to them. And you see the Hound of the Baskervilles logo in the middle. And there is a sword in the corner where the other pip is, which is pretty cool. And also, if you can't tell, they do have, the cards are not white. They have a cement type color to them. An effect. Here's your clubs. Actually, it looks like a dagger in the corner. But whatever, and you can see the texture, cement type look. So that's that. And again, good stock and finish. This one might actually be a bicycle stock. It seems a little bit thicker than the other one. I did notice differences between some of them. But anyways, that's what you get for the Hound of the Baskervilles. Maybe I should show you the back design a little bit more. There you go. Sweet. It gets better. Literally. Because then you get this. It's going to be a long video, I apologize. This is the Sherlock Holmes playing card deck, Holmes Edition. As you can see, you get a similar type pattern, leafy type pattern as the Hound of the Baskervilles. A gold foil embossing, and all this red is embossed. Sherlock Holmes on the sides. The top, the seal, and more embossing. The bottom, same as usual. And then the back design, or the back shows you, I guess, the back design basically. And again, tons of embossing. It's very beautiful. You can see how much work went into that. The steel again, 221B. And this one is 1097 out of 2606. Again, Sherlock Holmes. And again here on the flaps. Check this out. That is freaking awesome. This has got to be one of the most glamorous insides of a box I've ever seen. I mean, look at that thing. It looks like an elegant wallpaper. I mean, it's amazing. You do get an ad card, the ad card again, informational card. This one actually says that it was designed, not design. So that's good. That's a good word for that. And then this one has a design, an artwork by Saint Tyree. And it says that right here in the corner, Saint Tyree, who's done all the Call of Cthulhu decks, basically. And you can see, I guess it's Holmes and Watson in the alley, and it's pretty interesting. You do get a double backer. Very nice, as you can see. With that foliage or leaves, whatever. A nice color as well, I like that. It's a similar design to the Hound of the Baskervilles, except that it does not have those symbols on it. And more color. Joker's a little more standard, or it just says Joker on top. The Baker Street Irregulars, On the bottom you see some guy, looks like he could be homeless or something, I don't know. Just standing there looking at you, and then here he's taking off his hat and he's gesturing at you, waving. It's nice, it's cool. The Ace of Spades, a little more, again, traditional. There's the spade pip, says Holmes Edition, playing cards on top, and the King's Wild Playing Card Company on the bottom. And you see there's a couple of pipes down here as well. The court cards, they got color. There's, I'm not even going to read the names. Well, I probably said there's more Stan. This one is Turner. This one is different, I believe, than the other decks. Mycroft. So they're a little bit different than the previous decks. Moran. Watson. Excuse me. Adler. Holmes. Hudson. Victoria, said Grace's lady. Milverton. Lestrade. And Moriarty, committing suicide. Pips, again, a little more standard. They did do this extra lines in the corners instead of another pip, which is kind of cool. But yeah, they're a little more traditional looking. And that's that. And again, it's a pretty thin aristocrat type stock and an air cushion finish. Sweet. One more to go. This one is more or less the same as this one. It's just a different color / edition. One thing to note about this one, the Moriarty edition, is that there was some errors in it, which I will point out if I can find them. Basically, there's a couple cards that were named incorrectly on the court cards, and an error with the Ace of Spades. Anyways, this one says the Sherlock Holmes playing card deck, Moriarty edition on the front, and it's got silver foil. Sherlock Holmes on the sides. Top, more embossing. The bottom, more silver foil. And the back, again, same thing. 221B, 630 out of 2606. And this one has a silver foil seal instead of gold, like the other ones. And this one was red, in case I forgot to mention that. The flap, again, more the same. And this as well. And check out the inside. Very nice. Very shiny. It's amazing that it's got so much details and stuff going on with the cards, and then you look at the inside of the box and it's just as amazing as the cards. So you get the same card as the last deck, the information and the picture. You get a double backer. This one is a blue colored deck, while the other one is more of a red color, which is awesome. Then you get this. I guess this is the Joker. It says a sign of 4 and it's a couple of crosses. And you get one more, but this one's got blood splatter on it. I really don't understand that, probably because I have never read the books or seen the movies, but I'm sure it's got some kind of symbolic reasoning for it. The Ace of Spades says Moriarty Edition, playing cards on top. The King's Wild Playing Card Company on the bottom, and again, a classic spade pip. Now I'll show you what the error was. See it? You don't see it? It's that small, but and almost insignificant, but they used a thicker font for the index than they did for the other cards. And they decided to fix that. Let's look at the court cards. You got small. That's different. Moriarty, which may or may not be right. Victoria. And you'll see the hearts and diamonds have a silver color in this one. Rookcastle. Milverton. St. Clair. Look at that. Sword right through the head. And looks like he's liking it. more Stan, Variety. There you go. This one I believe is supposed to be Moran. They named him Variety. I'm pretty sure that's Variety. I could be wrong though. But one of those is wrong. And then we got Clay. And then you got more Stan. And then you got Adler. So I'm just double checking something. Okay, that was the last one. Check it out there. A red rose. That's the only red color on that one. And then Turner. And yes, there's the other issue. You got two more Stans. Whoopsies. So somehow these errors all got past Jackson Robinson, his reviewers, and by the Sherlock Holmes Foundation. And they've been corrected. They put out another deck on Kickstarter that was a reprint with all the corrections to those 3 or 4 cards that were somehow messed up inadvertently. And they also put in one of the kings and queens that were screwed up. They put in a duplicate so that you can actually do a change, a trick. And we'll find out more about that once I get that deck. So here's your pips. Again, it's similar to the other deck, except this time they just got the one line in the corner instead of both ways. And there is this additional little diamond that you see in the center. And it's also on the bottoms of these pips for the clubs. Hearts and diamonds have a silver color. And again, you got diamonds in each pip and in the center. Not sure what the symbolism is. Something obviously related to that. But each pip has a little diamond in the middle, no matter what suit. Or somewhere on the pips. Anyways. So, again, a lovely deck of cards.